Let's go. Hi everyone, this is Corey here, and this is the next episode of Let's Make a Game. I will continue working on Venusville, and what I will start to work today on is my tech tree. I did some designs and I did different layouts, and I think I finally selected this one as the right layout for the tech nodes, unlockable tech tree nodes. I will start to work on this, and let's see how far I get on this. If you are not familiar with me, I'm a software engineer who loves to make games. This is my second game. The first one was released last summer on Steam, and this one is a city builder. Where you build a floating city among the clouds of Venus.
Welcome to Venusville, the first floating city in the clouds of Venus.
Yeah, what just I said. What I recently was working on is actually a load system, so I can load in, save and load different states of the game. It's not completely ready, but I show around of that later, a later video. And so let's get back to the point of we want to create now a UI and a system on there for having a tech tree. Okay, so I will have nodes, and I think I was playing around with this, with different ideas for the nodes before. It was just a placeholder. So I probably, I will remove these. And then we start from scratch. I will not change that for now, because first I want to create the data. And if you know me, that will mean a scriptable object. So let's see. I'll show you an example how normally I store data. One of the reasons is because it fits my save and load system, so it can plug into it. And I wonder which one I show first. Technically any, like buildings. So yeah, that has some reset data. So technically, what I build is nodes, similar to this, just it will be tech tree node and nodes for the collection, and then that will be easily savable. And then let's work out the layout of this data. I could actually do this on the asset design first, but I think I can manage. Okay, so if I go back, let's see where I'm normally storing these scriptable object codes. Is this for construction system? Okay, this one, I think probably I have to create a new folder because I don't have a tech tree system yet. Okay, let's start to create this. So we start with a nice folder. So we have a tech tree now, and then I create a tech tree node. And then similarly how we do this, it will be just a simple class. It's not a mono behavior. I don't need that one. And of course I need the brackets, and let's put it into the namespace of Venusville. And I misspelled it. Yes, okay, so we have a tech tree node. Similarly how that we want to make this system serializable as well, because this is something what we can and want to edit from outside. Okay, so what tech tree nodes has? It definitely has an ID, because we want to make this, of course, very easily possible and searchable, and when you click on it, then you just plus the ID. There definitely a title. The description I not put here, because all kind of description and stuff like that comes to audit separately from the language settings. Okay, but then even the title is not needed. Yeah, okay. So I will keep the title for now. And we need you have to think a lot of things about a lot of things, because a lot of things is already in place. So it's a string, but this is a key or language key for language lookup, which I will not use at this moment. I will integrate that later, I think, like a later step. That's the reason I keep the title in, because it will make my life easier for now. And then we definitely need, so if I pull back up, we are working to create these. That's the title. It will have a description, but all the description I'm adding as a tooltip, and that's handled by the different systems, so I don't need to add them here. And that's just pulls translations anyway. So I need this section, which is the upgrades, and then the cost. Okay. Upgrades. So what are the upgrades? I guess that's a list of tech upgrades, which at this moment will be enum called tech upgrade. Oh, no. Is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Tech upgrade, which is, for example, sensor Mark 1, sensor Mark 2 at the moment. And nitrogen balloons, and then it's on Venus. Nitrogen is actually a cause buoyancy, so on the CO2 heavy atmosphere, balloons, or nitrogen balloon, and then let's say I have a list. I just create a couple of them now for able to build a system, and then I will customize this. There is the helium balloons, balloon, and then the hydrogen balloon, and then let's say I have a vertical engine or a propeller, if I could type. No offering help. Quick fix, propeller, and then the P what I'm doubling, okay. Not the L, okay. And then jet. Okay, so I have a couple of tech upgrades, and I can have one or more of these. Just for reminder, so I can have one or more of these. That's the reason I'm storing them in a list. And don't ask, I prefer list over arrays. And then we have okay, maybe that's actually not a bad that's actually not a bad name to call this type. Tech upgrade type. Okay, now the cost is interesting, because that's actually a resource in the game. Oh, my camera is not pointing at me. Is that better? Or let's rise the seat. No, okay, now you can see me better. Not like that's what the most interesting. Okay, so it looks like actually I need a resource type. Resource. Maybe resource has the resource types. Actually not. Oh, that's just subtype. I don't think I use that. Resource type. We have definitely a resource type somewhere. Let's find it. Yeah, the trick is put a M because it's an enum and space, and then you find it. Okay, so we have a resource type. We have all the carbon and whatever. So let's add a basic science pack, and then chemistry science pack. Okay, I can't. And engineering science pack. And then biology science pack. Possibly I will have a software. And I will have advance. One of my hand is quicker than another. So that means I only need to add here resource type as the another list, and I don't need the cost. It started to rain outside. Okay, so list of resource type and then costs. But that's not enough, actually, because I don't need the type, I need the amount of as well. So let's actually make a cost. And class resource cost. Okay. I want to specify tech resource cost, and I have a resource type amount, and I don't need to really set this up because this will be preset in the editor. It's not something that will change. Okay, so we have a type and the amount. Okay, and then we use the tech resource cost as a cost on our tech 3 node. Amazing. Okay, so now back to Unity. We have our nodes. And now we create a list of them. So we need another script called tech3 nodes. And I misspelled that. I don't know what's with today and spelling. Okay. And this one will be very much similar like these kind of nodes. Yeah, I just copied the first half because very, very similarly we have to do this. Okay. Okay. So it will be tech3 nodes. And I have to fix that here too. So, and it's in the tech tree nodes, and can be the first element. That's fine. And it's not a mono behavior, but similarly like that is a SL scriptable object. It's a scriptable object with save and load features, what I added previously. I think I will show that anyway on another stream, how I do the save load system, especially for a complex game like this. Yes, and then I like to add separators. So I do that. I don't need any of that. It's not a mono behavior. And now I need a public list of tech tree nodes. Core nodes. And because I'm extending this scriptable object the same way how here I need a reset, I need to add actually a reset, or yeah, I have to do a reset function. Which is called like when you are create a new game, then it resets the tree. Otherwise, it loads in the data and updates it. It has, I can show you actually. So on this level, it just has a marshal and unmarshal function, which is used by the save system. You shouldn't touch that. As a, oh yeah, I have to set up this data ID. And then it says a reset function, which is called when a new game created. So then it sets back the initial order. Okay, so this is fine, but I realized I'm missing something from the tech node. And that's the, I also have dependencies. So if I go back the image, so we have the title, have the text, which we unlocked. We have the cost, which is different resources, in case it's a science pack resource, but we did not handle this line. This line is not just because it's a line, but it shows the dependency. So it depends on the another or multiple another, because I could have a like a, you know, I could have multiple Manchesters. Of course, I will not lay it like that. It probably will be straight lines, and I add more points to connect it nicer. But the idea is we also have to add this dependency. So the dependency is because it's one-to-many dependency. So I would say I add public list, not children, int, because when I check if this one should be unlockable, then I need to check, have the IDs of the parents, not the children. So it will be parents, IDs of parents, parent IDs, to be more accurate. Okay, now we got this. Now we can create that scriptable object. If there was no error, but it looks like I created one. Reset node does not exist in current context. Oh yeah, okay, I don't need to do that. Here I will have a set of similarly like that, which is actually maybe setting up the probably not, because the only thing what I is changing, and the only thing is changing if they are unlocked already. So what is need to do when I resetting, I will just make a note for that. Mark all unlocked except starting tech. That's the plan, but I don't need to do that in this stage yet. First, to make this easier, I could add into the node one more, a boolean ball. Okay, why do I'm doing this? Because I could just hard code it in the system there. Like these are the starting nodes, which probably would be fine because not really much of them would change. However, doing this, I can do that from the editor, aka from it's data driven, which is very important to keep everything data driven. All right. Okay. So now, and this is allows me to actually do this now. And then we forgot the most important. Is as another boolean is unlocked. This tells if the tech is unlocked and available or it isn't. Okay. I think there will be one problem. What I want to avoid is at the moment we are depend on the ID, and that will be very, very hard to track on different systems. Like, oh, if number 36 is unlocked, then I have to do this and that. So it's probably I will create enum on the tech tree node items, and then it will be easier to map, because then I can make a button maps to a tech tree node type. Okay. Okay, let's add one more, and then let's get rid of the numeric ID. And then the identifier, the unique ID will be the tech tree node type. Okay. So let's say I have a sensor mark 1. Okay, but okay, I have a problem, because this one is this. I mix this up actually. These are the tech node type, and the tech upgrades are things like sensors mark 1 is storm detection, wind speed detection. Wind speed detection. So sensor mark 1 will have that one, and temperature detection. Right? And then I can use this as a lot well, friendlier to work with later on. Okay, and then there is SO2 detection. There is O plus or mono. Is that ionized oxygen? Oh wait, first H2O detection. And these are the Mark II. So sensor Mark II will have H2O detection, SO2 detection, and let's say oh yeah, FCl3 detection. Okay, and I pull over actually. I need this 3 here as well, because this is a 1-to-1. Yeah, I know it feels messy, but it will be not in the moment when I open the editor. And then let's say with that one, it's vertical. And then the balloon is 1-to-1 connection, but this one is not, because I also will have a set of horizontal ones. Okay, I will skip that for now because I just make it very busy, but let's see how is this work. Okay, so so let's go back, and instead of ID we have one tech node type, which is a tech node type. So that's the first thing. I have a title, language key, upgrades cost, parent IDs. Okay, that will not work now because we not use IDs, we parent tech node types, and starting tech, and if it is starting tech and is unlocked. Okay, so the node is finished. We have the tech nodes. So what I'm building is we'll create a tech tree with different values on it and so on. And we're just setting up the data structure for it. Okay. Now let's let it load, and then I create a new tech tree manager. Sorry, I have to fix the mic because it's keeping. And then we add. For now, let's just add here the tech T. Oh yeah, first I have to create this one is a scriptable object. So where are my scriptable objects? Yes, here. And let's create a new Venusville tech tree nodes. Okay, what just created. So now this one will be saved as tech tree, and I have nodes. And if I add the node, okay, something is not right there. Okay, let me check. I think I'm missing a system serializable somewhere. So tech3 node is system serializable. So why did not that pick it up? Oh, no, these are enums. Enums are fine. And that one is system serializable as well. So why I'm getting this? Oh, I know. I tech3 node, not nodes. tech3 node. Okay. Why I'm not picking this up? Venusville tech3 node. I think it is. It's just I changed the name of that script. It works. It's just Visual Code is silly. Okay, so now this should be not disappearing. Ah, okay, I have to re-add the component or the script to it. Scripts tech3. Why? Okay. Oh, loading. I just want to see it. Come on. Okay. Can't appear with tech3 knows. Yeah, okay. Why? The script needs to be from bin. Fair enough. Fair enough. I generated one. Didn't I? Yeah, it's here. Of course I can't. Okay, so now I can set it up. So sensors mark 1. I have the same name, but this is the human readable and also will be localized. And it's tech3 dot I don't know, sensor mark 1. Now, all right, so it will have 3 upgrades. We'll have storm detection, wind detection, and temperature detection. Then the cost will be 2 set of resources. One of them is the basic science pack and 10 of them. The another one will have, I don't know, chemistry and let's say 5. I don't know. I'm just making it up now. I have a list somewhere where I was already thinking of this. Parent, because this is the Mark 1, it don't have any parents. And it's a starting tech and is unlocked. Not the best naming. Okay, and then sensor Mark 2, for example, is has let's say is sulfate oxide, water, and the metallic cloud detection. And the costs, let's say, is 20 and also chemistry 30. I will work these out, these numbers, as just I want to get to the able to generate the and then this gives us the parent. The parent is sensor mark 1. Okay, and it's not a starting deck and is unlocked at the moment. Okay, so this is how I can set up now, creating the data structure, my my tech nodes. We want to achieve this kind of data, right, in the editor. So now I have these. Let me add one more quickly, a simple one, like let's say and then it has none of that, and it's just a nitrogen balloon, and the cost is, let's say, it's a starting text, so it shouldn't be actually any cost. Probably with the starting text, it's not make sense to have. It has an update, yes, because that gives you nitrogen balance, but there shouldn't be any costs involved. So I may change that another one, but at the moment it's just we want to see if this data structure we can generate nicely all those nodes or not. Okay, so I have them, or I have 3 of them at the moment, and then I'm thinking of I could have odd tiers, or I think I will create the layout, but I map the data to it in this early stage of the tech tree. So I already created a tech tree manager, I think, and I will have to add a manager to it, but before that, let's just go to the, I will rewrite this tech tree UI because I was playing around to just use a normal tree view, but it's not really something that worked well. So let's start fresh. So I will add the visual element, which will be the holder. Probably it will have buttons on it and other stuff, but I'm not doing this moment. So this is the tech tree. Tech tree panel. And then within the tech tree panel, I have another element which is actually holding the tree. And maybe I should use a scroll view on that. And this one I will see. At the moment, I'm not doing that. So I have a panel which let's break this up to a header. A header, a content, and the footer. I don't have a design yet for the layout of this, and then the header should be, it's fine to have all of them as relative, and the header should be the height Let me just drop some backgrounds and stuff so we can see what we're doing. Let's see. A larger box. Okay, probably I don't want it that big. Okay, fair enough. Why is this this big? Oh, it's not set the right size. That's why. And then the height is maybe 800. What? What's going on? Oh yeah, it's just stretching. I know why, because it's relative. That's better. And then please center yourself. Yourself. And then vertically we cannot. So I think it's 140. 120 probably. To have it in the middle. Okay. So we have a nice window, and then we will have a header area of it, which should be the height of this should be about 100 pixel. And let's just tint this a little bit so I can see where we are. So if I background color, this looks like it's not really stretching. Okay, let's see this one. So I want it to go downward, which is fine. And then the header, I think it's got minimized. So height and then 100%. Okay. But the height should be only 100. Okay. 100% height auto. I'm okay with that. And then 100%, but height is auto. Why the header become so huge? Definitely weird. Okay, let's set this to 600. Should stretch. Some reason it don't want it to. If it's an auto, I believe so. All right. We have the boxes maybe 100. The footer is 100. Okay. The reason is because we will have some categories on the top. So I just drop a couple of categories in there as buttons. Okay, let me check the categories what I have. Let's start to make it a little bit more concrete. I have a full plans. Everything is planned here. And that's the one what I will create. So tab button, and then let's call is that a button? No. Okay, let's try that again. Button. That's the engineering tab button, okay. And it says engineering. Okay, and then let's limit width to 200 pixels. And also let's make the header set up a little. No, I meant margins. Margin left doing nothing. Great. Okay, padding left. That's better. Okay, let's use the padding. Okay. Engineering tab. And protection. And then wait, this one should align them like that. And then the next one is exploration. I figured out why is it not in the middle. And then engineering is fine. Just take the that one. I will give a nice background of those soon. And maybe I should color code them. Production and habitat. And then probably the AI one. Production tab. These are the different categories of the science. I may actually should add these in to the nodes. Yes, I think one more change is coming there. And then next one is habitat. Habitat, and then automation. The AI stuff will come there. Okay, and then I could stretch them or lay them out like that. But I also need to add a right. Something like that. And then here comes the tree. I may probably do some kind of visual separation of the bottoms, or I will probably make them little tabs there. But also, I think I need to add the line there. And then in the footer is the thing is I may wasting the space adding the footer in, but let's add a button there, which is the close button at the moment. Oh, I said I will do the designs for this a bit later. And then let's say arrange this to the middle. No. Yeah. Okay. Close. Close. Okay, and then let's just put this into the middle. And maybe add some padding on the... Okay. And now come the main attraction. And that one also will need buttons. And these will be I have to position them probably relatively or absolutely instead of okay, let's grab some of these designs from here. So the first thing I want to do is take the background out. So just quickly export only the selection. And then node background. Okay, and then a couple of these icons I think I can probably can generate these. Okay. It's at the moment it's more at placeholders. These are and then node science pack. I think this is the chemistry one. Chemistry. And then this is the engineering one. And quickly I will make one for basic. And I think that will be and then let me just duplicate this. And then layer FX to white. Can't really see it because it's merged into the background. Okay, and then maybe some of these icons I could. So I can just populate. And then this one, node cloud, no, wind detection. Wind detection. Oh, I didn't mean that way, but storm detection. No, I don't need chemistry. Okay, and then one more, and then we carry on with those to be able to generate the nodes. And then temp detection. Okay. I can use other ones as well, but with this one I can kind of create this. All right, so now we have our little button. Oh, well, let's save this. First I have to make sure those elements are sprites, not textures, because it loads us textures as, or as default, as which has issues with transparency and others. Oh yeah, this was the original concept. I will make the headers like that. Yeah, there is no close button on this. Okay. And then let's add in. Okay, and then this one, let's call it sensor mark 1 node. Okay. Let's add the class to it, this tech3 node. Which has the wrong styles at the moment, but we will fix that in a second. So now, instead of texture, I would like to have a sprite, and then the sprite should be a tech3 1. Okay. Okay. Most likely, I would like to hide oh yeah, it has the border and the other thing. Okay, let's take off border. Why? That's interesting. I don't think there is a border. Yeah, it's not on. And the background not on the class. Ah, okay. That was weird, but this works. Okay. So that node, we have the text, and instead of having a text, I actually would like to add a label to it, and then a visual area or visual element to hold the cost and upgrades. Okay. And then this one for upgrades, and then this one for costs. Okay, I most likely will generate those. But for now, to make sure visually it is correct, let's start to add these in and okay. So it has a really huge border on top, the button itself. Okay, and then the label. Okay, let me add some classes here. Label, visual, visual. Bottom area need to align them next to each other. Good, and then let me add the nodes in example nodes. Upgrade 1 for now, placeholder. Upgrade 2 and upgrade 3. And then cost. Cost is interesting because it has a label and then an icon. And then again, label and icon. I think I will limit them to 2. And also I want this aligned that way. This aligned that way. And then the label should be something like 10. And then that one is something like 20. And the color of the text. First, I want it to be at least... No, not that one. This one is actually can be only 12. 12 and the color. What should be the class name? Cost. Cost. Cost value. And then let's add cost value for this one as well. And then let's get the icons in. Oh, now first this one. This one I want it to have probably bold. Where is the text? I want bold, at least 16. I want it to have the color also like the edge. And it's horrendous amount of padding around it. I don't mind it's large because some cases, especially with languages like German where the words are very long, I probably have to be able to handle this. Oh, what I'm looking for. Ah, yeah, probably I have to set the font and what our fonts are. I forgot the name. I have to look it up in another file. Ah, here is all the paddings. I don't want has this much stuff around it. Or maybe we can have some on the bottom. But I more want to set the height. I don't know, 80? Oh my god, that's very small then. 40. 40 is the old thing. 25. The problem is it's have to able to have two lines and fit. So how about 23? More or less, but I have to lower the text size to 15. It fits in, right? Okay. Is this the right size though? I think it's squashed. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what. Let me save because I think the original box is larger. So and tech 3. Okay, so 516 by 205. I think that's a double size because I'm designing everything in 4K, but the UI is in 2K. Okay, so let's remember that. Okay, wait. Let me navigate back. Because I need to not forget that value. Okay, now I can see it. So the node should be, oh, it's actually, if I half it, then 258. And then the height should be 103, let's say. Oh no, that's the position. Okay, so 258. Wow, I will have a lot more space. 103. Okay, so that's the size. Yes, I like that. I will have a lot more space. Okay, so we can make this a lot bigger. Because I had a feeling something is not right. So somewhere, let's say 60. And then can rise up this to 24. 22. It's hard to tell. And also it's not necessarily the right font size or font type. Let me see what font I'm using actually on the settings screen. I already updated to the final one. UI. Where is my settings? UI. So if I check here the font is Roboto Bold. Okay, thank you. Roboto Bold. Ooh, what happened there? I didn't check that. Why is that? Oh, because the... Wow. This looks uneven. It's like a B is higher up than the others. That font asset is messed up. Okay, we use this one. And now we check those. And then the same here. Or actually the cost value, I should set it here. Roboto Bold. And then the asset is the black. And then that should affect both of them. That's nice. I like that font. Okay. And then let's add in these. Okay. Well, the size of that one should be, let me see. It's hard to talk and read at the same time. 63. So I guess the half of that. 32. That's too big. Or some kind of stretching and stuff going on. Okay. Don't stretch it, please. Thank you. Okay. Feels too big. But probably the text above is actually taking up too much space. I want them more or less that kind of layout. Okay. So upgrade 2. All right. Well, I can change those. And then also I want a margin right, maybe a 3 pixel on that. Not padding, sorry. Margin. It's interesting how many times I end up to work on the UI a lot. It's so UI heavy, any game. People think they will work on gameplay and things like that, and then when you come down to it, it's half of the time you're working on the UI. Okay. Right. Yeah, I will make. Okay, let's just grab this and then export. Upgrade icon. Extract. And I will go and I clean that up in a sec. So if I open that one, no, not this way. Show me this and then open that one. And then let's clean that up. So the tech tree node shouldn't have the image. or the upgrade node shouldn't have the image included. That one's set separately, but the rest I want to share. First, font size. Okay. So if now I go back and I open that up, then I lost probably the. Huh? That was weird. Yeah, I lost one of them, but only I lost the image. Sensor upgrades. Upgrade one. So upgrade icon, but it lost its actual icon. The sprite of tech. I think I want to start with okay, and then okay. You know what? That one is already ruined. Ruined by it's copied in the values into the XML, and I didn't want it to go in and clean it out from there. Okay, but now I just need to and then change that one too. Okay, I will make this automatic, but first I want to make sure it's actually looks how it should. Sensor mark 1, for example. And then if I don't have the text what I want, the text itself actually, is it possible to align in the middle of the text? No. I can't align the text in the middle because I want this in the middle, but if it's 2 rows, then it's kind of align itself properly. Okay, I will think of that, how I solve that. It's possibly I have to add another box. Yeah, we add another visual box and then the title holder. Place it in the first, this goes in there, and then this, and then this one is the height is 53, and it's not growing, and has the bottom five. One more thing, this cost value, I think the text is too small now after the resize. 14. Yeah, maybe better. Only one of them went because probably that again got poisoned. So it's easier to just delete, duplicate. Or just if I create a new one and then I set it to cost value, it should work. You see, it works. It's just the one what I already set, and then it saved it into the XML. Yeah, the UXML. That's the one what not working how I meant to. Okay, and then a sprite, and then tech, and then let's say, oh, that's way too big, and let's see chemistry one. Okay, let's see what the size should be. And then finally get out of here, and we try to populate this one from code. I need to add the mapping as well. And then the UI is mops. Illustrations and tech. And then this should be 26 by 33. Ah, it's just stretched again. Okay, so it's just stretched by the... It's set to stretch instead of middle. Wow, that's interesting. Only stretch works. And then justify is just a position. So if I set it to the middle, then so the width should be 13 by 15. Not really. 17. I think it's still stretched. Yeah, stretched now vertically. Okay. Width to 0 gives me the right size. Unity. Don't believe that. All right. Okay, we designed this up. Let's populate it. So I will write here so we can see if it works. Ah, it goes in the middle. Probably we didn't even need the title holder. Well, we have it now. I don't think I need the... Yeah, that's better. Because the title holder already have. Well, it's fine. I may remove that later. Maybe... So now, if I have a second row of the text, it still works. That's a good thing in this UI toolkit. Things like that work nice. Okay, and I think that's fine. I probably will not fit here with this large size. Well, we will make this scrollable probably. Okay. Okay, let's try to map this and then populate this. And instead of sensor mark, like node 1. Okay, and well, I need a placeholder of these. Most likely, I actually want to just style them, and the style pulls different images. But first, let's populate the numbers and stuff. Step by step. Step by step. Okay, so first I want to have a UI manager. I don't need this. Tree list UI. We can use that. We anyway delete whatever in it. Yeah, I don't need the outing. Maybe a few lines of it, but the rest I don't need, because that was a failed experiment. So we only grab the visual element and not the tree, but the holder. Okay, and I want to do this on start. And instead of tech tree, we grab the tech tree panel, because that's where the one what we are probably toggling. Or we have already the root. I don't need to grab that at all. I just need some. I need to be able to click it. I need to know if it's unlocked, and then add classes to it. But first, just grab it and populate it from the list. So I also need public. No, how we call it? Tech tree nodes. Tech tree nodes. Tech tree nodes. Okay. Go back. Oh, okay, you're right. There should be actually one more in. So we have the tech tree nodes, and then for each I need a mapping. I need a mapping as well. The question is, shall I put directly into the tech tree data the UI mapping, or that should be a separate one? And I would say the separate one, because, well, it's a bit easier if it's in one place, but it's really, really nothing to do with the pure data. Nothing to do with the pure data. So I would prefer to keep that separate. So let's see. We add a new public class tech tree map tree UI mapping map. It has a public, and now I need the name tech tree nodes. I need a tech tree node type. Type 2 string button name. Okay, so we can set up these, and then let's make this to make it easy to edit. Let's make this system serializable. System Where is the example? I can't type that word. Not the system. System is okay. Serializable. Okay. No, even the system. I missed. Okay, system serializable. So we have these ones, and then I also want to use public list. Okay, and then for each tech tree nodes, okay, tech tree node in tech tree nodes dot nodes, take all nodes, and let's pull in link. Then tech tree UI maps find where map, not nap, map dot type equals the node dot, what was the name, tech tree node type. And then that should give me a map equals if map not null, oh yeah, why is doing that? Oh, okay. Wow, it's already adding for me button click. Then think we will have that, but we will have an event system for that. So button text. No, we don't need that. I just really want to get it clicked. So node, tech tree node title for now. Later on, that's going to come from the language system, node title. And then not. It's actually not the button text. Now I have to find within the button. So button Q button Q, and now comes the little tricks. Little tricks. Because we search within the button, and if I have this code title label, then label title label text, then it should set up the text. If there was no map, we give us a warning, because that's mean we didn't set up, which is true at the moment. So we will go log missing tech 3 button, and then node title. Or node type, tech3 type. I forgot again. Tech3 node type. Okay, so it tells me which one is missing. Okay. Okay. Then I need to add the nodes in. And then I have to add in the mappings. So at the moment we have 1, and that's sensor mark 1 maps. 2, I have no clue. Sensor mark 1 node. We made it easy. Sensor mark 1 node. So now it should take and populate the title of that one as the first step. The reason we're doing this, because it's extendable. A lot easily extensible, and it's worked. It says sensor mark 1. So if I choose a different one, like nitrogen balloon, and I'm mapping it to the same box, then it says nitrogen balloon, yeah. So it nicely finds it and populates it. The next thing
Hello,
is
Commander. Welcome to Venusville, the
do this
first
side.
floating city in the clouds of Venus.
So the side I need to do classes and stuff. Okay. So we can map. Let's map 2 of them. The mark 2. So if I go back here and then I create a second one of these. And I call it the mark node 2, and I move it there. There will be a line later. And whatever is it called? Oh yeah, the reason is because I did not add the button or the node name in. So if that one on the side, that one is correct, then it should be okay. Yeah.
Hello, Commander. Welcome to
Awesome. It's already quite long I'm streaming. So I think this is a good time to stop, and then I will carry on to replace those different elements and generate them programmatically from the from the track 3 nodes. So that's the plan. But thank you for watching. It always helps the channel absolutely tremendously, because anytime when you guys like and subscribe, it's shown to another 10 people. So please do that. It really helps the channel. Thank you for watching, and then see you next time.